relatives, and of course their politician friends. Jungkook did not care too much, knowing well that this wedding meant nothing to him. Dong Jonsu had strongly gone against the few selected guests, considering it was mandatory to invite all the Mafia business partners and to have a massive press covering the anticipated wedding. But Jungkook had pleaded with his father to have it private and small. Eventually, Dong Jonsu respected his son's wishes, since Jungkook's excuse was that woman meant everything to him. He never seen his son serious. Dong Jonsu had assured Jungkook to relax and enjoy the day with his future wife, since he assured to have the entire venue guarded and their soldiers keeping. But Jungkook was still uneasy. He ensured to keep his gun placed inside his black tuxedo jacket, but if anything had happened, the doors finally opened for Yonim to walk down the aisle, which is modern Korean wedding is raised runway leading to stage. She takes a deep breath before stepping inside. Her heart raced and she could feel her cheeks getting red, but as soon as her eyes were drawn to the end of the aisle of her soon to be husband, she felt a sense of calmness. Jungkook was smiling at her and standing tall, wearing his black suit with his white dress shirt and black bow tie. These guests were seated at tables each side of the stage, watching her walk down the aisle. Jungkook family was seated near the stage. The entire place was guarded by soldiers, all wearing black. But Yonim didn't take notice. She had become too absorbed in their wedding and her love for Jungkook. She was oblivious to anything around her. But of course, Jungkook learned from her father how to cover it all. Yonim was completely unaware of anything, but maybe that was Yonim's nature, trusting, naive, and innocent. As Jungkook forces a smile, Yonim walked down the aisle in her beautifully designed white dress. For a moment, he finds himself awe of her, but his mind soon gets polluted. He couldn't help but think about the situation if this was really a good idea. Eventually, those thoughts get pushed away. There was no turning back now. He keeps telling himself to keep his head straight and not think too much. After all, this was all just business to him. Once Yonem stood beside Jungkook all at the altar, the butterflies that she had all day came to force, although she had felt it too soon. There was no denying the love she had for him. It was a feeling she couldn't explain, or maybe she was blinded from her infatuation, and to her she only felt truly loved her too. So why not? Sorry, your mother couldn't be here, Jungkook said as he held Yonim's firm, slow dancing together in the center, but he could care less if her mother was there or not. She really wished her mother was there to witness her marriage, but soon buries those thoughts and look up to her husband's eyes. She still couldn't believe it. It felt like she was dreaming in some kind of fairy tale. Jungkook was like his Prince Charming came to save her. Now she feels like she is going to have her happily ever after. Although she did not notice the slight shift in Jungkook's demeanor. Despite her overwhelming thoughts, Yeonam truly felt so happy to be in Jungkook's arm, where all her worries wash away. It was like her happy place. After the dance with Yeonam, Jungkook went off to his boys' table. Where is Taeyong? Jungkook asked the boys, taking more sips of champagne. I don't know, bro, J-Hope replied. He said he was going to get some fresh air, Jin chimed, as he brought a piece of cake to his mouth, but he
Side, side, side.